In the previous lesson, we saw different ways that we can use to create masks in After Effects. So we created a mask using a solid and then creating vector graphics as a mask. And then we used also previously key light and also the Luma effect and the stencil effect and the alpha channel effect that we can create or we can get from the images. And of course, in After Effects, we can animate anything. So we created like really simple animation here. And then the most advanced tools, that is the roto brush, to either cut out static images or also videos. So we took this video here, so we can see the original footage on the right, and then the result on the left. Now you need to wait and be patient when you use roto brush because it's really heavy. So it takes time to calculate all the cutting areas here that are highlighted with the purple color. Now I'm going to talk about the preview panel because this is a really important panel, especially when you start to apply more and more complex effects and you need to calculate this or you want to see the result right away. So depending if you're searching for quality on the image and you want to see like the highest quality or you want to see like a fluid animation, you can change here the preview to, let's say, a quarter. So it's going to look worse, but it's going to be faster in terms of rendering out the preview of your animation. So you need to decide whether you want to push with the quality or you want to like be faster and less heavy, so lighter. So here you have a series of settings in the preview. You can go in the first frame, you can go in the last frame of your timeline, or you can go frame by frame, back and forward, and you can play and stop the preview anytime. Now there are some settings, so you can change the shortcut to run the preview and stop the preview, which is by default the spacebar. And also you can click here to reset everything if you think you did something is not good with what you're doing. You can decide if you want to play the video in the preview or not, or if you want to play the audio in the preview or not. And also if you want to check the guides, handles, masks, and all other overlays. Now you can also change this and make it a loop animation, or you can play it just once. Now by default, you see you have the loop animation. Now also you want to check this if you want to wait for the entire range to be calculated and cached before you actually play back. So you perhaps if you have a smaller work area here, if I click and drag this, I have a smaller work area. Before I run the preview, I want this to be calculated. And then remember, this green line represents your preview. So when it's finished, it's ready. Now, every time you change something here, it's gonna like start all over. So let me change, for example, here the range. I'm gonna use the work area, and I wanna play from current time indicator, or I can use the start of range, which is gonna be this one here. And I can change the frame rate. Right now we are playing at 25 frames per second. So if I make this lower, like 15, I'm gonna see like less quality and less fluidity in the video, but it's gonna be faster. And also I can skip frames. So if I wanna be faster, instead of rendering each single frame, I can skip. So let's see what happens here. And also resolution again, I wanna make it a quarter. So if I press the space bar, let me change the area like this one here and press the space bar. You can see it's gonna calculate. It's gonna be really long because it's calculating the roto brush, which is a pretty heavy effect. There you go. So if I want to make this even faster, and you can see those skipping frames right there. Now to make this faster, I'm just gonna turn off the layer with the I'm just gonna leave the text here. I'm gonna deactivate all the other layers that we masked in the previous video and press the spacebar. So you can see how fast it is because it's like skipping the frames. So it's not calculating each single frame, only those frames that are indicated in the preview here. So if I say now 25, it's going to render all the frames, but it's not going to skip anything, but it's going to be longer. So you can see it's creating this continuous green line. And then you can also play it back in full screen if you want. So if I press the spacebar, now it's going full screen, and it's pretty fast because it's not like rendering the rest of the composition that we just switch off. Okay, so this is important to know because if you want to be, again, faster in making a preview, you can like set up all this stuff right here. Otherwise, you can just leave everything as it is. Just click here, reset, and that's it. You can just leave the composition preview here, not full, but with the custom or quarter quality. Now let's proceed with this new lesson. I'm going to talk about animation and how you can adjust the animation using the path and again vector graphics. First thing I'm going to do is change the workspace from the one that we set up in the previous video, which is standard actually, but I just created like a double screen to show the difference between the composition and the layer. So I'm just going to go in the default here or just reset the default so we can start again with the standard in After Effects. I'm going to create a new composition and I'm going to do this full HD, and I don't want like a black color, maybe something closer to After Effects color like this purple. Okay, and I want to animate a video in the sense that I want to play back the video, but I also want to move it like an object. So I'm going to insert the video first. So let's go to File, Import, and I'm going to import a video from my video folder. And let's take this one here, for example. Okay, that's just to make an example. I'm going to click and drag this inside the composition or inside the timeline. And then I want to make this smaller because I want to make a move in my Canva here. So I can start from here. And I want to show you another way you can animate before we move into other tools. So it's if we go here in the window, it's right here, and it's called the motion sketch. So basically, we can sketch the motion of our object. In this case, it's a video. So you can go here and capture the speed at a certain percentage. So let's make like 50% the percentage. And then the smoothing, if you want like a more smooth movement or a less smooth movement. But usually if you use a mouse or anything, it's not going to go smooth. So you can either smooth it now or smooth it later. Just let's leave it to 1 right now. And I want to show the wireframe and the background. And let's just start to capture here. Now, when I click this, I click on my element in the scene, I click and drag the element, and that's going to record the animation. Now, the faster I move, the faster the object is going to move. And I'm using the mouse right now. So if I now press the spacebar, I can see, I'm going to turn off the audio. So I can press and I can see the animation. It's a little bit jiggly, it's a little bit, well, it's unstable. So again, that's why we use the smoothing. So I can like increase the smoothing, decrease the capture speed, and then start all over again. Let's go like the other way. So I'm gonna go from here, and now you can see all those little dots, they represent the keyframes. There you go. Now let's play this back. And that's pretty fast. Because the more distance you have between the keyframes, the faster your object will go. So let's increase this now to 400%, and also let's increase the smoothing even more. Start capture, and again, I'm gonna click, and you can see how many points. Now this is because I'm going really slow, but then everything will be recalculated and smoothed. So if I press again the spacebar, you can see now it's moving pretty slow.